number 2 or video number 3. For this video, I'm moving away from the medium of upstairs playing with these, showing you how to hit things, because after video 1 hopefully you've learned how to mess around with all the sticks. And for this video I'm going to talk a bit about the actual drum kit, because before you start hitting things, which I'm going to show you about, you got to learn all the other things about them, like, you know, how hitting them differently can make different sounds happen, how to hit them if you want certain things to happen. I'm delighted, may I add, with the response I've got off the first 2 videos. Thank you from the bottom of my cold little heart for every single one of you gorgeous people who has gone, oh, I really like this video, whatever, and you made a nice little comment, because it makes me very happy and I don't want to come all sloppy. So, moving on to a drum kit. Right, I'm going to take you around my drum kit, which every single person has a different drum kit. Your drum kit changes with regards to your musicality and your personality. My drum kit, for example, is quite simple. No. I'll take you around the drum kit, hold on. Most important drum of them all is this one. Well, I've turned the snare drum, okay? Yeah, it says hit me, this snare head rules with a Z. That's your snare drum. Your hi-hats, I used to call it hi-hat, but obviously hi-hats because you got your bottom hat and your top hat, which can be used in a variety of ways, and I think I might end up dedicating a whole video to the use of a hi-hat. It is one of the most important parts of a drum kit, and I would be completely monkeyed without it. This is my crash. I've got a 16-inch heavy crash. I've also over here got a 16-inch light crash. Now these two, well, I'm going to talk about them as well. They're just for impact, accenting, and for riding. And also for riding is this gorgeous little 20-inch ride, which sounds quite nice and pingy. And over here, for the real accenting, is the 14-inch crash. I'll give it a good smack now. Ready? Which is quite fun. Here's my cowbell, which is lovely. Now, down to the drum kit. You've got your snare drum, your high tom, hey Fred, and your floor tom. Now, most drum kits will have, right by here, a low tom, but my low tom is on holiday and currently finds itself over here because I can't tune it and I'm playing with a simple kit at the moment. And down here you can see hi-hat. I apologise for the lovely hairy legs, and double bass pedals. Now, I advise, if you're just starting off with drumming, just to use, don't worry about getting a double bass pedal until you're really good with a single bass pedal, because there's a lot of things you can do with one bass drum, you know. You can get it to work in loads of different ways. You can slide along, and well, there's loads. You can do galloping. Well, not with this one. It's brilliant, bass drum. Right, first of all, I'm going to put this down and talk about the snare drum. I'm going to play a bit of music and see what happens. Simple B. Now, I know my snare drum sounds like an old man being pushed downstairs and having his spine broken against, a sequence of wooded ruts, but it's a snare drum. Now, I can use it many different ways. You can use it as I've done there to just put the backbone of a beat in there, because, it doesn't sound very nice. If you shove a snare drum in there, it builds up the beat. You can use a snare drum for rolls, and you can use it just, for feathering, a little bit of swing. That's your snare drum. This is my high tom is up here. You probably can't see it behind the array of cymbals I have. And I think my high tom sounds lovely. Let's hear it. It's got a very nice warm sound that I'm very proud of, which is why I don't use my low tom, because it sounds horrible. So your high tom, hey Fred, and your floor tom. Well, how can I explain this? Use them for more melody and for rhythmic purposes. You don't need 100 toms. With the difference between high pitch and low pitch, you can create lots of different things, you know. You can go, I'll show you one. Now for that, I could have been using 20 toms. It wouldn't sound that much better and it'd be a lot harder to do. So when you start drumming, only start off with a floor tom, a high tom, and probably a low tom as well, which I should have set up for the video, but there's no point. Okay, cymbals. You can use your ride for riding, you know. But you can also use your crashes for riding, and not just for crashing on. If you're going to crash on them, use them in a, you can use them in a beat such as this. But if you're playing heavy, anthemic kind of rock, like Lost Prophets use a lot of it, you can ride on your crash, like so. And this, your crash, which I don't think you should have for a bit, it's just another accent. It's like a hardcore crash. If this is the glamour model, this is the porn star. Okay, that one, porn star. Think Lucy Pinder plus a lubricated cucumber. And your cowbell, I can use this in my favourite beat I've invented, which is a spin-off of the Bernard Purdie Shuffle. But I don't think, well, if you just started playing the drums, asking you to play all that is a bit stupid. I'm not a brilliant drummer, but it's taken me a good 3 years to get to the standard when I can play around with this kind of stuff. Now, I've given this lesson, well, I've been very busy recently, but from now on I won't be. This lesson is an introduction to the drum kit, to teach you what everything is, what it's called, how it works, how it sounds. If you haven't got a drum kit, just play along with pots and pans, or deceased older relatives, or any of the equivalent. My next video will be about forming basic beats, and I'll probably go across how to get different sounds out of your hi-hat and the bell of your ride, how to hit things differently, and very importantly, dynamic. Bob's your uncle, I suppose. If I can hit the camera now, I suppose. Get myself a cheese and onion pasty.